Now with the very latest. Katrin?
Well, Bob, Laura, a lot has changed since last night. First of all, the Chuck E. Cheese was back open and operational today. You would have never guessed that just about 24 hours ago, this was an active crime scene. We also know the names now of the victim and the suspect in this case, as well as what could have led to that shooting. Now, Sunday night, North Little Rock police were called to the Chuck E. Cheese just before 8 o'clock for a disturbance with a weapon. While on their way, they got a second call for shots fired. When they arrived, officers found a woman lying on the ground next to the doors of the building. She was later pronounced dead on scene. Police identified her today as 32-year-old Christina Clay of Whitehall. They say she was attending a party, the party of her girlfriend's 2-year-old when she got into an argument with the toddler's father, Marlon Marbley Jr. The two stepped outside to talk. That's when Marbley pulled out a pistol and ended up shooting Clay as she turned to walk back inside. While this was all happening in the parking lot, families and young children were still inside that Chuck E. Cheese and had to remain there for hours as police interviewed possible witnesses.
There's probably over 40 people in the business at the time, and they interviewed some here at the location.
Now, as for the suspect, he's now in custody. Police say Marbley fled the scene after the shooting, but surrendered to North Little Rock police just after noon today. He is being held on capital murder charges at the Pulaski County Detention Center without bond while he awaits his first court appearance. Now, again, police say they believe this is an isolated incident. It stemmed from an argument between two individuals. As we just mentioned, the Chuck E. Cheese was back open today. We saw families and children coming and going when we were out here earlier. We'll, of course, continue to keep you updated on this case and let you know if there are any new updates. Reporting in North Little Rock, I'm Katrin.
Okay, so y'all just heard that news clip right there, and this is a very well-deserved DNU. Like, where to begin with this? The fact that it happened at Chuck E. Cheese, that doesn't surprise me. You'll be surprised about the ratchetness that can go down at a Chuck E. Cheese that I've seen before. I've heard so many and seen so many wild stories that have come out of a Chuck E. Cheese or videos. If you go online and just type in Chuck E. Cheese and put the word fight behind it, you'll be amazed of the array, the list, the laundry list of imagery that can come out of that place. I can't remember the last time I've been in a Chuck E. Cheese, to be honest. But anyway, so this guy right here has literally thrown his entire life away over an argument he had with another person. He's 21 years old. He has a 2-year-old son. And he has practically thrown his life away because he got into an argument with another person and then shot them in the back. I think that's the most cowardice thing that he could have done. Was he waited for that person to turn around and walk away when that person was probably under the impression that the argument was over or that they were going to just drop it, and then he pulls out his gun and shoots this person with their back turned. Now, I don't know where in the back they shot this person. I don't know if they shot them in the back or in the back of the head. But either way, this person is dead. At a children's party outside. Now, I don't know if they could have heard what was going on outside because there's a lot of noise going on the inside. So, you know, they probably are like traumatized right now with all of this, those kids especially, because they probably didn't know what was going on. And they said they had to stay inside the Chuck E. Cheese for hours. When I hear them say for hours, that means, to me, that speaks as more than 2 hours, because they practically had to lock the place down. Because now it has become a crime scene. That is so messed up. And now he's facing capital charges. That is not good. Because capital charges is code name for death penalty. As in, if he's found guilty of the charges that they are putting on him, he's going to get the chair or the injection. When? Who knows? And like I said, what's so sad about this is because, one, this woman is dead. Two, it happened at a children's party, a party for his child. And he's only 21. Life was literally just starting to begin for him, and he did this at his son's party. I think that's what really makes it even more bad, is because he did not take into consideration that this was a party for his child. Granted, even if it was a party for any other child that he was there for, he still shouldn't have done that. Like, was it that bad that you had to pull out your gun and shoot this woman? Like, that's crazy. Like, he definitely was not thinking with his brain when he decided to do that. There's no way in hell he could have been thinking, because if he was, he would have thought twice before pulling his gun out. I can't say I feel anything for this dude, for real, for real. At this point, I really don't even care why he and the other woman were arguing. At this point, you can't even tell me what it was, because she's dead. Dead people don't talk, so we couldn't even get her side of the story. That's crazy. Now this little boy is gonna have to grow up without his dad, because they're gonna throw them charges on him. He's definitely gonna be found guilty for sure. There's no way he's gonna walk from this. None. He can't say, oh, it was self-defense. None of that. He pulled that gun out as this person was walking away and shot them, and to add insult to injury, he fled the scene. He got in his car and drove away. That made it even more worse for him. Like, nothing worked for him from the moment he pulled out that gun and pulled that trigger and shot that woman and killed her. After that, it was curtains for him in his life, as far as he knows. And then he got in the car and drove off, and then he turned himself in. I don't know. I like I said, I can't say that I feel anything for him. I feel bad for his son, because, like, imagine you at a party and it's for you, and you're 2 years old, and you found out that your dad is going to jail. And why he's going to jail? Oh, because he killed someone outside of your birthday party. Literally right outside of your party, like outside the door. I have no other words left for this amount of ignorance and stupidity. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you text the number that is pinned down in the comments below so you can receive notifications every time I upload a new video.